What's going on, everybody? Good evening. And to those watching over on Instagram, hello. What are we doing here? Let's get these comments going up. Throw that up. Hopefully that will show. Yes. Hopefully that shows on Instagram as well. A little bit of a delay over there. Yeah, there we go. So, guys on Instagram can see what's going on as well there. So there we have it. I've got to leave that comment on the page, but I've turned on comments on the screen so you guys can see your comments there, especially because if you're watching on the phone version or landscape version, you don't get to see each other's comments normally, but they will now appear together. So there we go. So sound off in the chat. I could see there was 22 people watching just now, which is great. Let us know who you are in the chat, where you're from, where you're watching from, and if you're new to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please, before you do anything else, obviously put a comment, but go and make sure you give us a sub. And if you're just passing through, please give us a sub anyway. And hopefully you can pass through again sometime in the future and get stuck into this chat. So you can see Moment of the Magic and Brick Rips have joined over on Instagram. Guys, I am on the road to 1K subs on YouTube. So this is your opportunity to go and follow me on Instagram, on YouTube if you don't already. The links are in my bio. Please go over there, check me out there, and of course, interact with the chat. But if you want to stay here on Instagram, that's fine, but I do a lot more content over on YouTube. So go and check us out over there as well. And give us a sub, because that's why we're here. We're on the road to 1K subs, doing a stream every single day. Every single day. This is day 8. Until we hit 1,000 subs. For no other reason other than I want to get to 1K subs. So yeah. But yeah, let me know in the chat. On YouTube and on Instagram, where are you watching from? Let us know. Who we got out there? See lots of people viewing, but nobody commenting at the moment. So let's see if we can change that. What's this? Oh, okay. Let's turn that off. So this is what we've built so far. Last night, thanks to Lewis, one with a stud, because my laptop died, so I couldn't see the instructions as well as stay live. So this is what we built so far from the 7754 Home 1 Calamari Starcruiser Lego set, which I'm building one part for every sub. So not only am I streaming every single day until we hit 1 sub, but for every sub we get, or every new sub we get, I'm building one piece to the set, which I'll build at the end of the stream. But in the meantime, I'm actually taking a few sets apart. I built this on the stream the other day, but I don't even know where the figs are for it. They're in with my figs collection somewhere bagged up, so it's not really much point having this. And this was my failed attempt to build the Razor Crest Microfighter without using the instructions, and this is as far as I could get. I did build a few other bits as well, but I just couldn't work out how it all goes together, so I'm classing that as a failure and going to take it apart. Papa Rex is out there. How are we doing, Papa Rex? Wouldn't be a stream without Papa Rex. Build that set. Yeah, I want to get it built, but I need you guys to help me build it. You need to give those subs. If you're watching on Instagram, you need to go over to YouTube, give me a sub, and that way I can build the set quicker and obviously get to 1,000 followers. We did gain a few overnight. 2 so far, and the majority of them usually come in during the stream. Don't usually get any, maybe one sometimes outside of the actual stream. So to get 2 was pretty cool. So let's see if we can keep that coming. And like I said, if you're watching on Instagram, go and check me out on YouTube. Head over to my profile, Linktree, YouTube, subscribe. That easy. And then while you're there, you may as well stay there and join in the chat, because it's far more interactive on Instagram than it is. Far more interactive on YouTube than it is on Instagram. Sadly, we've also got a lot more viewers over on YouTube, so you can interact with other viewers, and I can throw your comments on the screen and such. So get in there, get over to YouTube and get in the comments, guys. Instagram is too kind of wavering. Oh, Papa Trips is out. Papa Trips out there as well. Moments of Magic came across. All right, there we go. Please, guys, if you're out there, you're watching, please tell me let me know if you subscribed, whether you've just subscribed, you've been subscribed for a while, or whether you're about to do it right now. Eden Brock, B70. Hi, how are we doing? And welcome to the stream and welcome to the channel. And hopefully you can follow that hi and that hello up with a quick subby, which we would appreciate, and also like the stream as well. But Moments is there. How are we doing, Moments? I'm not sure if you've ever subbed to my channel before. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat on YouTube. I might be wrong. I've seen you in other chats, but probably wrong. Oh, and the big man, Papa Trip is in the house. Yo ho ho, my dude. Yo ho is right. I watched a pirate movie today. I finished watching a pirate movie that I should have finished watching last night, but thanks to you guys keeping me up till early hours on the stream, didn't finish watching it. It's called The Bluff, with the guy from The Boys. I keep forgetting his bloody name. It's basically a pirate movie. It's really good. So go and check that out. And Tamara Morrison's in it as well, from Django Fett fame. But yeah, I feel bad for you because you have no viewers, so that's why I'm watching it. I'm not sure what you're looking at, Eden, but we had 22 viewers just now. So I think you might be looking on the wrong, probably because you're on the mobile version, which we don't really get many viewers on there, because I do all my streams to when we do streams, generally it's a show. So the phone version isn't particularly great for that, because you can't see most of the stuff. But yeah, we do regular shows and we have regular viewers here. You obviously can't see them because it doesn't blend the chat, which is really annoying. But if you look on the screen here, even on the mobile version, you can see all the comments from all the other viewers. So yeah, actually it's actually quite busy, Eden, for a weeknight. But our regular show is on a Sunday night, where we have up to about 40 viewers who lock in for our regular show. But this is something different. But either way, I still appreciate you feeling sorry for me for not having any viewers on the mobile. But we got a few over on Instagram, and we've got a few on the full version of YouTube as well. So feel free to go and hop on to one of those and interact with some more people in the chat. Unhappy Mohawk and Mavericks, Click and Cliff as well has joined over on Instagram, guys. Probably don't need to say it to you lot, but go and check me out over on YouTube and give me a sub over there, please. Looking to get to 1,000 subscribers. So yes, sub a long time ago. Yeah, one of my very first subscribers, Papa Trip and Papa Rex. Narian subbed months ago, relatively new, but not new. But appreciate you being here, Narian. Nice to see you in here. Did you just subscribe though, Moments, or have you been around for a while? So what's Papa Trip up to? Putting glass doors on the Billy shelf to house hot toys at the moment. Ooh, and still printing parts from my life-size K2SO. Oh yeah, I've been hearing about this. I'm looking forward to seeing this complete. There's Super Hawks. How are you doing? Howdy. I switch over from Instagram. Yeah, thank you. And hopefully you've given me a sub. I know you've got like 3 different YouTube channels, so or 2 different YouTube channels. So make sure you give me a cheeky sub on all. But yeah, appreciate you. So yeah, the chat is actually quite live at the moment. Quite a few people watching. Wish I'd organised to actually do something, because usually this time of night is quite quiet. But let's get this comment back up that I made earlier, so I can keep it on there so I won't throw out the comments as much as I would normally, because I want this comment to stay here, because it means over on Instagram, people watching over there can see and try to get them to migrate over from Instagram to YouTube. So I'll leave that comment there. That's okay with you guys. And but you guys can see your own comments on the screen anyway, so I'll highlight any that are pretty cool. So we are getting ready for a Brick World Indianapolis show this weekend. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I was watching on ACOB, I think, and they mentioned, even though they got the dates wrong, but they mentioned it. So yeah, and to follow up on the conversation we had, I think the likeliness of me going to Brick World is very, very low now. There's been a few sort of, I wouldn't say hiccups, but things around the wedding that probably been a bit more costly than we thought. So I think I just need to kind of bury the ideas of going now, unfortunately, and just take it on the chin and just kind of build up for next year. It gives me a little bit more time. I think I would have been under time pressure to try and do my mock and do all the bits and pieces for the organization of the show, to volunteer and to run the event. So I was just under too much pressure to try and do that, because I'm pretty flat out with work now as well. I don't have any more time off after I go back from sick, which is Monday. I'm back in work then flat out pretty much till end of May. So yeah, trying to squeeze that into just free time is going to be quite tough. So giving that up on the idea of that, unfortunately. But I do appreciate you guys' support with and information you gave me. It definitely will keep it locked for the following year, probably. Brick Hive's out there. How are we doing, Brick Hive? Are you lurking and working, or are you stopping by? Let us know. And like I said, if you guys can do anything to help me get to 1K subscribers, because I'm streaming every single day until I get to 1,000 subscribers. It's one hell of a commitment. We're on day 8. But if you guys can share the channel, the links to my YouTube channel, that would be greatly appreciated. To do that, just go into YouTube, up into the top corner on my main page, and share. And then you can use that link on stories and various other locations across social media. Would be really appreciated to help me get to 1 subs, and maybe take a screenshot of me like. begging for subs. Paddy's out there. How are you doing, Paddy? Okay, Sarah. Just walked in the door from work. Nice. How's the lobster cooking going? So yeah. So I gotta start taking this set apart. Just let me know, guys, in the chat, what are you guys doing at this current moment? Obviously, I know what Papa Trip's doing. I know what Brick Hive's doing, but it'd be interesting to know what the rest of you guys are doing. New viewers or old viewers? There's a bit of a delay on Instagram for whatever reason, but that's okay. Okay, so let's see. Oh, excuse me. It's quite late here. It's 10:20. Oh, Jesus. We just had a massive jump in subscribers. What just happened? Guessing there's a few people unsubscribed, so we've already gained 6 quite early on since yesterday. We'd love to get to 350 tonight. If we can get to 350 tonight before I clock off, that'd be amazing. I might even treat myself to one of my Star Wars Kinder Surprises that I got myself to eat on stream, to have on stream. So we got these, the Star Wars Kinder Surprise. So yesterday, not yesterday, earlier in the week, I got the Princess Leia. This is like a fighting stand, some little stand thing. They're pretty cool little figurines. I mean, eventually it'll probably just end up going to the charity shop, but still, for now it's pretty cool. So if we hit 350, I'll bust open one of these and let you guys try and guess which character I'm going to get next. So your choices are on the top there. We got Yoda, Obi-Wan, Luke, Darth Vader, Chewie, Boba Fett. Guessing that's Han Solo. That's the First Order Stormtrooper. I think that's Kylo Ren. And Rey. No, there is no Han Solo. Sorry, that was Rey. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to collect. Seems like an odd number. Anyway, yeah. So we'll bust open one of these if we can get to 350. How's that? In the meantime, I'm just going to take apart these sets. I'm saving them so they can be eaten. Ah, yeah. He's saving keeping the lobsters alive so they can be killed. The irony of that job. Yeah. It's kind of like most jobs, I suppose, isn't it? Like my job is keeping stock supplied so that it can be taken. Keeping the store looking tidy so customers can trash it. Fuckers. I've also brought along this little set, which I'm going to start building shortly. I just grabbed it out of, like, at the moment I'm in the middle of tidying my or the Lego room, or the room that the Lego's in, should I say. Just pulled out like all the crates. It's when I was looking for the home one set, and I just pulled out basically I've just got like crates and crates of bags like this. And it's like kind of guesswork sometimes. I might just start doing posts on Instagram and on YouTube saying like, or a video would probably be better. It's just me grabbing a bag, tossing it on the table, and then saying, guess the set. Because half the time there's a bit of guesswork. So I know the lighting's not great. I haven't set up my lights or anything down here, but I'll show you some parts and let you guys, I mean, that piece there is a dead giveaway, but let you look at some of these parts and see if you can guess what set we've got. I don't even write on them. I mean, I knew what it was straight away, but sometimes it's guesswork. There's this window piece in there as well. That might be a giveaway. Even a couple of red blocks. So if you want a closer picture or a few more clues, let me know. But if you think you can get it, let us know in the chat. First to get it gets a little round of applause. I'm in bed now. Had a long, stressful day. Oh no. What's going on, Sarah? Can anything you want to share? Or tomorrow's Wednesday, which is cake day, so it's all good. Oh yeah, cake day. Yeah, every day is cake day in this house because he's a massive stand for cake. I managed to push myself to go out and do some shopping because we were desperate for food, and Kirsty's been too busy to do any. So I went out and managed to get. They had like banana loaf, like reduced in the Whoopsie section, a bit like malt loaf but banana. So I might have a little slice of that. I finished watching a movie that I started after this. So is it a burger van? It is not a burger van. I'll give you a clue though. It is a Lego Star Wars set. Surprise, surprise. Although I was very tempted because I was speaking to General Tron quite intensely last night about our mutual love of Tron. I know Hive is a Tron fan, so you might have to like go and check out the last, I don't know, half an hour of that last night's stream. Me and Tron were chatting about it, and I was tempted to bring down that set because I came across it. Because I'm in the process of, and I say the process of, the planning stages of doing a light cycle from Tron Ares, and essentially I'm just going to build the same light cycle that we had in that Tron set, but I'm just going to swap out all the orange pieces, or blue pieces, depending on which one you use, for red. And I might make some adjustments to the bike as well and try and mock the character, the Aries character somehow. But I'm actually like not scripting it, but I'm planning it out as a proper video, so I can actually show the process of how I've done it. Maybe not the actual building as such, because I find that kind of stuff kind of boring to watch, but the process of what I did and how I did it, and different stages and stuff. So, but I was tempted to bring that down and build it, but I'll save that for when I actually finally get around to doing that mock. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't the people who do Instagram lives regularly. I would give them some credit, because it must be so hard to build a following up in Instagram live. I mean, even the people who I watch have been doing streams like the same night, same time, same night for years. Like sometimes you tune in and there's like 2 people there. It's just such a casual viewing space as opposed to YouTube. Am I in the same stream as what? Oh, I think Chef is out there. How are you doing, Chef? Hopefully you've already subbed to my channel, but if you haven't, mate, please go and do it now. Just looking back at some pictures of Brickworld recently, and gotta say your sig fig is probably one of the best ones I had. But I got like a picture of the sig fig on the table at Wallberries with like you in the background in the blur. It's quite a good picture, considering I just did it on a whim. I wish I'd done something like that with all the sig figs I got. Just like holding a sig fig up with the person in the background kind of blurred out, or not blurred out, but you know what I mean, when they're in the background, so they're not focused on. One of my co-workers makes banana loaf for everybody when there's leftovers in the kitchen. Nice. There he is, the man, Jason. Fix my break. How we doing, mate? Evening. There's 2 of the same, I think. The other is Shorts one. Yeah, so I've been streaming to both versions now, Hive, just because it helps to reel in new viewers, because obviously it appears in the Shorts feed. Whereas when you used to go through StreamYard before they had the 2 types, it never used to appeal to new viewers. And then obviously they've started doing this version now where it's a vertical and a horizontal. So, but that one does appear in the Shorts feed, so you can attract kind of new viewers, which is basically what we've been doing. So trying to get to 1,000 subs, and the only way to do that is to get some new people in, some new blood. Obviously, I appreciate the people who watch and tune in every night and tune in every week to the show and follow my content or whatever. I appreciate all those people, but they're already subscribed, and obviously we want to kind of build that. I mean, I say build a community. I don't just hit 1,000 for the sake of hitting 1,000. I just want to hit it because it's a cool goal, and I'd like more people to, become part of the wider community. So, but no, guesses still. But I have put the chat on the screen, so you should be able to see other people. But yeah, so I'm also streaming to Instagram at the same time. Hive, there's 2. I've seen that. Okay, thanks, Paddy. I sub to your channel. I try and catch you when I'm not at work. No, I appreciate it, mate. Like, I only just reminding because I do it quite a lot, where I'm like, I watch a particular content creator for a while before. I think I was even on somebody's show before. I want to say it was Bearded Bricks. I was actually on their show, and then realized afterwards I hadn't even subscribed, which is like absolute cardinal sin. But sometimes it's not the first thing you think of. Between the 2, if there's chat, yeah, like I said, I only got that other one open. Like, somebody came along earlier when there was like 22 viewers in here and was like, I'm only on here because I feel sorry for you because you got no viewers. I'm like, it's probably the most viewers I've ever had. But yeah, but no, great to see you guys here. And like I said, have a little guess what you think this set might be. It's a Star Wars Lego set. I mean, you can see this logo here. There should be a giveaway, a couple of red blocks. Going to be busting this open in a bit. So quite a challenging one actually. The lighting doesn't really help because you can't really see the colours. But yeah, I'll tell you the main colour as opposed to black, white, grey is dark blue. That's all I'll say. In the meantime, let's take apart the rest of this bag it up. TIE Fighter? Nope. X-Wing? Nope. It's the colouring on it, Sarah, is probably the same colour they used for that Cornish Pixie. That colour blue. So you need to think of what ship in Star Wars or vehicle in Star Wars is that colour, which you might not know because I know you're not a big Star Wars fan, but certainly not a Lego Star Wars fan. We need to get you converted there as well. We've converted you to Lego. Now we need to convert, and we're trying to convert you to YouTube. So now we just need to convert you to Star Wars Lego. Venator, nope. Just naming vehicles now. Randomly naming vehicles. And guys, if you're out there and you're watching, we're trying to come up with a new YouTube handle for Sarah, aka Paddy the Theatre Dog. I mean, I actually kind of like Paddy. It'd be nice to keep Paddy in there somewhere, but I will say that she's a Harry Potter fan, particularly, and she likes doing Lego Harry Potter. So, don't know if you want to kind of try and work that into it. So we're looking for recommendations, and what we're going to try and do on a show, possibly on the weekend, is get the best phone names and get a poll going for everybody to choose the best name for a new YouTube handle. I'm just thinking how we can work the word Paddy into something Harry Potter and Lego based. Harry Paddy. No, that don't work. What Lego sets have they got? Paddy's Hut. No, that doesn't really work. Paddy's Horcrux. I don't actually know a lot about Harry Potter, to be honest with you. So, Mad Eye Paddy. Mad Eye Paddy. Oh, we've got a couple of Starfighter. No. Plo Koon Ship. Nope. There is a bit of a giveaway with this tile. For those of you not affiliated with Star Wars, that is actually the symbol of the not Trade Federation. That is the symbol of the Separatist Alliance. So it's a Separatist ship or vehicle. I keep saying ship, but a vehicle. Generalize it a bit more. Galaxy Explorer. It's not the Galaxy Explorer. That isn't Star Wars. That's just a Lego space set. But could guess. Slytherin Paddy Bricks. What is your house as well, Sarah? I forgot to ask because I'm Ravenclaw, which kind of suits me as well because I, based on the kind of typical characteristics of a Ravenclaw, does actually match. Even though I just did that thing on online or on Facebook or wherever it was. But my daughter Maya was Slytherin. Kirsty was Hufflepuff. So, wait, is it Hufflepuff? What's the main one? The one Harry Potter's in. That's Hufflepuff is the badger in it. Ravenclaw is the crow. Slytherin is the snake. What's the one that's a lion? Not Dumbledore. Can't remember. Oh, yeah, Ravenclaw too. Awesome. Scout Films. How are we doing, Scout Films? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Please go and give the channel a sub before you do anything else. We are on the road to 1K subs. Although it might not look like it when you see that I've only got 340 something. But I'm streaming every day to YouTube and sometimes to Instagram every day until I hit 1,000 subs. And so far, this is day 8. Not new to YouTube or anything like that, but just decided I'm going to have a bit of a push. And, whoops, we are also building one part, or adding one part to a set, the Calamari home cruiser for every new subscriber. So please give us a sub, and then obviously I can both build the set and build the channel. But you are correct in a way, because you've put the 2009 droid tank. It isn't the 2009 version, but it is the droid tank. The MTT is correct, Sarah. It is the MTT droid tank, but it's the 2021, I think, version, the one that came with Ahsoka and Ahsoka's Trooper. Puppetry, Pobbled as well, sir. Ravenclaw, Harry, Gryffindor. That's it, Gryffindor. What was the other? Hufflepuff, Gryffindor. Right. So, oh, sorry, it's a Griffin here, not a lion. I don't know why I was thinking a lion. Darby does Paddy bricks. Or we could just do Dobby the theatre dog, or something like that. I don't know. Keep them coming. If Sarah sees one she likes, I like to think she'll let us know, and we'll add it to the list, because we've only got one so far that was suggested by Madlib on a stream on, can't remember which day, Sunday, maybe Saturday. Star Wars, Separatist, MTT, and Speeder. That's the one. It's referred to as the droid tank, but the MTT is the better word for it. I mean, I think in MTT, one of those words is tank anyways, but multi-terrain tank, I think it is, or something like that. Because it actually hovers, so it can go over like swamps and stuff. And the opposing vehicle for it officially is, for the public, is the Swamp Speeder. What are you up to at the moment, Jason? Try to get some more recruits for the Brickfest last night, although not a one we'd be working at, because it was Lewis and he lives up in London. But I was trying to sell the idea of volunteering and getting a bit involved, because he likes all that kind of stuff. So whether he actually does it or not, I don't know. But still haven't heard anything back off from the one in April. But apparently you don't hear it until like a couple of weeks before. So keep it free, keep it open, because I'm 99% sure they'll say yes, because they're always looking for staff. And even when they have lots of, like, there seems like there's lots of us, they're always like saying, oh, we need more people. So I don't think I've ever actually worked at one where they're satisfied with the amount of people they've got. I mean, I worked at Cardiff one last year, when I obviously met you in person, and they were literally begging for people. I even tried to talk Joel into doing it, and Whittaky turned up, and I tried to get him to help, but they were just begging for help. So it was like half the amount of people, half the amount of staff there was the previous year when I worked the exact same event. So that's usually a good estimate of. I'm pretty sure they were looking for staff for that one as well. Yeah, they were, because I remember Whittaky had planned to come down for that one, which he did, but he was running a bit late. And I messaged him while he was traveling to say, do you want to volunteer? Gonna have a bit of Lego ASMR now. Yeah, these mics aren't really designed for that kind of thing because probably just more muffled than anything else. Good, thanks, Google. Oh yeah, you looked it up on Google. Nice. I'm not a Dobby fan. I'm more of a Creature fan. Oh, Creature. It's weird how much I remember about Harry Potter because you don't only watch the movies once and I don't know anything about the lore. Creature. I do remember Creature though. He's like I want to say like the evil version of Dobby, but he's not really evil. He's just older and more miserable. So, like the Whittaky of Slurpee's Dobby. Oh. Yeah, it's free. Fingers crossed. Feeling better. Yeah, a lot better. My cold and flu symptoms have pretty much gone. However, you know, it was those symptoms were never really stopping me from working because, you know, people go to work on a cold and flu all the time, and you know, usually I can be hanging from cold and flu symptoms and still go to work. I don't think I've ever had time off from just a cold and a flu, but it was everything else, unfortunately. And those things are still a struggle. Today, I haven't really done anything. I've done lots of housework and bits and pieces, but nothing that's kind of pushed me, which I should be really trying to. Kirsty did say yesterday, take a walk around the block at least every day, because we live in like I want to say a closed community, but it's not really a closed community. But we live in like a housing estate type thing. Don't have a lot of traffic back and forth, so because like when you drive past my house, you basically get to a dead end. So the only people driving down here are people who live here. So there's quite a quiet, nice place, and there's like pedestrian areas and paving areas that you can walk, and like on the side of a road, obviously. So there's no reason not to go. It's just because it was pouring down all day, and I had the curtains open, and I was sitting in my living room. We could see out because we've got like patio doors going out into the garden in our living room, and I was just like, when the weather's a bit nicer, I might go out, and just never did. It's been pouring down all day, and I thought I'm not getting changed and going out in the rain just to. And not only that, but although I've got to start pushing my lungs, start, you know, training them to get back to normal a little bit, I also need to avoid the cold, because as soon as I start breathing cold air, which obviously I'll have to do eventually, that's when my chest starts to tighten up and I start getting problems. So just got like baby lungs basically at the moment, but it's just a case of building them back up. Like when I was recovering from the sepsis, it took me, I'd say about 3-4 months to actually get back to normal. I mean, I was still back in work after about 6 weeks off from the day I, came out of hospital. But in terms of getting myself back up to a good level of fitness where I could do things without running out of breath and having to go for a lie down, I was fine. It took me ages. Yesterday I went out, went to pick up my fit note, had a rest in the doctor as well after I picked it up, then walked to Asda, did a little bit of shopping, had a sit down after I'd finished the shopping in the shop, just sat there for a bit, checked my receipt and whatever. And then I travelled home, but obviously with the weight of the shopping, which even though it wasn't a lot, normally would have been nothing to me, but it felt like more than it was. And it wasn't really anywhere to stop on the way back. And by the time I got in, I was just ruined. I couldn't even put the shopping away. I just had to dump it on the floor and go and have a lay down on the sofa. So yeah, it's just like that really at the moment. It's just, like I said, and it's frustrating because when I'm sat here in this position, I feel fine. I am fine, mentally and awareness-wise, and like no bad cough or, not feeling unwell or whatever. The headaches are starting to get better. But when I start actually trying to do something, I'm like, take a couple of steps back. So Dildozer is back. How's it going? Your daughter has a mustache. Oh, I heard about your daughter having a mustache. I'm pretty sure you put that in the chat before. It was actually when we were doing our show on the weekend. Awesome. Exercise, good advice. Yeah, absolutely. Wish it was just as simple as that, though. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to push myself to go out and just have a walk around the block. So I won't ever be too far from home if I do start struggling. And I'm going to try and do that every day. Even if it rains, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I'm going to try and do it every day now until I go back to work and maybe just push myself a little bit further. I've already told my work that for the first week or two, I might have to kind of take it easy a little bit. I'll see how that goes down. Patty the Potter Brick Witch. Yeah, so a bit of a mouthful. It needs to kind of roll off the tongue and be kind of snappy, doesn't it? You know. Sorry, Paddy, only included witch for the Harry Potter fandom. Yeah, bit of a stretch. Is this the bathroom stream you promised us? Ah, Sivra, yeah, you were watching that one. And Dildozer and Sivra, if you haven't already, I know you guys have both been here before, but please give us a sub. We do have a lot of new people kind of breezing through and they interact on the chat and then they bugger off again. And when I check, they haven't subbed. I'm like, at least give me a sub if you were going to join the chat. But it's an encouragement to come back then as well, because I'm doing these streams every single day. So it's going to be like possibly a couple of months of me doing this every night. So I rely on you guys to be coming in and out and interacting. So the more viewers there are, the more chance of there is going to be chat. I'm not going to be here on my own. So, but I will say we are going to call it at 11 o'clock. So let me see if I can build this set in 15 minutes or less. But yeah, the bathroom stream, no, not yet, mate. When we get a couple of months in, if I'm not really getting anywhere, I'll start spicing things up a little bit. Maybe I might do a stream whilst walking tomorrow. I might take my headphones with me and my mics. I might do a walk around the block and do a live stream. I wouldn't be able to do it to Instagram because you got to have the stream key, so you need to get it off a desktop. But I could potentially do that, do like a live stream on the go. That might be not be a bad idea, and it'll encourage me to actually go out then as well. So I might do that, just take a bit of a walk around the block, show you guys the local area. Not there's really much to see, but yeah, let's go and check out the guys over on Instagram. Wow. So we've had Sure Bricks a Lot, Landell, Lego Mox, and Bricks and Law, and Best Brick Customs join over on Instagram. Apologies for not seeing you guys sooner. I am streaming to StreamYard, YouTube as well. So if you're watching on Instagram, I'm not necessarily seeing you guys. So hopefully you've seen the message at the top of the screen saying to head over to YouTube, because that's where the main show is taking place. I don't mind which at all, Papa Trip. I quite like that actually. Yeah. Is there a shorter version though? Paddy the Potter Brick. I think maybe take the Potter out, because if you've got the witch bit. So Paddy the Brick Witch, or Paddy Brick Witch. Yeah, Paddy Brick Witch. That sounds pretty cool. If you do a hot tub stream like a Twitch girl, I will buy you Cloud City myself. Oh, do you know what? Don't joke about things like that, because I would do it. If I had a hot tub, I would do it like tomorrow or even tonight, but I don't have a hot tub. However, I'm sure my local leisure centre might have a hot tub, and I'd have no problem sitting in there and streaming in public. No problem whatsoever. I've done a couple of streams on Instagram in the past and been like walking around, like looking at I remember I was in Tesco once and I was streaming and I was looking at the Lego, and I was chatting to one of the staff and joking around with her about like adults liking Lego and stuff, and it was quite funny. And I realized I'd accidentally muted myself, so nobody actually heard the conversation. But yeah, so yeah, if I was up and about, I could do all that stuff as well. But I can't do that at the moment. So, but which if my phone will stop autocorrect. Yeah, we got what we meant anyway. Yeah, hot tub stream. That's not a good idea. I don't know anyone who's got a hot tub. Otherwise, yeah, that'd be a good one. And there's going to be times as well where I have to do these streams when I'm out and about, like away from home. Because like next weekend, we're going down to Cardiff for the day to watch Mean Girls, the musical. And we're going to be out like the whole day. So I don't know when I'm going to do the stream, so I might do it while I'm out and about. Perhaps I'll do it during the what's the break called when you go and watch a show? Oh, what's wrong with my brain? This is another thing that I need to try and work on, because I've just been stuck in the house and not been like interacting with like not real people, but people in person, and then just talking when we get on the streams. Like I haven't spoken all day, and that's unusual for me, because I work in a workplace where I'm constantly either talking to my staff or other colleagues or customers like all day. So intermission comes to me after everybody's, but yeah, interval as well works. It's a bathtub emoji. I like it. Intermission. I'll go and I'll stream live from Cardiff at the show. I can't remember where it is. I think it's down the bay. Something like that, maybe. Or maybe for the Doctor Who fans, I'll go and visit the Torchwood Memorial thing down in Cardiff Bay. Anyway, let's do it. How much as I can build in 10 minutes. Actually, I'll build as quick as I can, and then we'll finish it. More Lego ASMR for you guys. Let's put this, it's not so close. More sense. Intermission. Right, let's find the instructions. So separatist MTT Lego. Oh, not MTT. What am I talking about? It's not MTT. ATT. AAT. There it is. So it's armored assault tank. No, so it's not. I thought it was terrain. Obviously, it's not 2 T's. So that would help. Let's see how much this we can get built in 10 minutes. I'm pretty good at speed building when I need to be. If any of you caught my charity stream, where I chatted for like the whole stream and then near enough the whole stream, and then remembered as my time was running out, I was like, quick, see if we can get this built. So the only reason I'll stop is to do my egg if we hit 350 subs. Bust my egg open and see what I got. Actually, I will do a quick check on the Sarah the Potter Brick Witch. It's time to let Paddy have a rest. Oh, I like the Paddy Brick Witch. I actually think that's quite cool. 9 minutes left. I'd be impressed if it's done by 11. You're the man for saying you'd actually do it. Like, I've got to buy a little inflatable pool and build a set in it. I would donate. Well, you can't. We're not monetized. You couldn't do that anyway. But I would just do that for fun. We did actually hire a hot tub for my 40th birthday 5.5 years ago, when we had like a little inflatable thing to put like drinks and snacks in. That was pretty cool. So yeah, where that is now, I don't know. but obviously the hot tub had to go back. We had the worst. My birthday's in November anyway, so the weather's not great. But when you're in the hot tub, you don't really care if it's raining or whatever. But we had like torrential storms that weekend. That we hired that. We even hired like a gazebo to go over it, and the wind was so bad that it was trying to take off. Even though we had like solid weight, stone weights on each of the corners, never seen anything like it. But yeah, still a good time. But I like Paddy. Yeah, Paddy Brickwitch. Kind of sounds like Paddy Sandwich. Axel F. Sorry, I don't know why Axel F is in my mind. Right, let's do one more check of the subs. 349. Come on, guys, we need one more, and we can. One more, and we can bust open a chocolate egg. Right, let's get this going. Lay down the gauntlet now. You guys just have to see if we can actually get you to see me building. There you go. You can actually see me building. Problem is now I can't see the instructions. I just do it like that, then I can kind of see. Let's see if I can get this done. I'm probably not going to get it done by before the time runs out, but I can still might be relatively entertaining to watch. Just got to tip it up to see if that's a dark or a light grey. Dark grey. Oops, lost a piece. Blocks. Block one. Where's another block? Where's another block? Why can't I see that other block? Why is it in blind? It's not still in the bag, but there is a piece still in the bag. Don't know where that is, so I'm just going to carry on. It'll show up. That's pink. Wait, pink? Oh, am I building the right set? Why is that showing that there's pink bricks in here? This is definitely the separatist. I haven't got any pink bricks. Wait a second, have I picked the wrong set out? What the hell? This is definitely that set. Why am I... That's weird. Oh, we've got white, but no pink. That's bizarre. Looks like I'm missing a couple of blocks from here, actually. That's really bizarre. I'm wondering what's going on there. Ah, there's a lock. I was being blind. Grey. I must have swapped out pink for white for some reason. Unless it came like that. Does anyone know whether that was a thing at the time? Where what should have been a white block was a pink block? I can't ever remember that being the case, but because we were talking about this yesterday as well, where when there was a pink block, it meant that everybody in the design team got cake. I was telling Sarah about actually on Sunday. Brown. What the hell's going on here? I ain't got any brown bricks. Are there two versions of this building instructions, or I'm looking at the wrong version? Brown bricks. Brown 1x3s. This is really weird. Something funny is going on here. This is definitely the right set, but there's just random pieces missing. Those are white as well. Why though? Why are they not? If I just replaced them for white, and I can't understand why I would pull out a 2x2 pink times 2 and two 1x3 browns, because not only are they not colours that I ever build in, but I'm pretty sure, well, particularly the brown, I've got that in my spares. So that just seems like a bizarre thing to have taken out. Well, it's 11 o'clock and I ain't done it, so that's a fail. But I'm a little bit bemused as to what's going on with these bricks. Everything else seems all right. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with the chat for a second, guys. Give me 2 minutes and I'll catch up on any messages if there's any. I don't think that's ever happened to me, where I've been building a set that I've previously built and taken apart, and there's pieces missing. Because I'm usually very, very careful and meticulous with making sure that obviously the pieces go back. And sometimes when I've taken Lego sets apart, I even inventory them again when I'm taking apart, even though I know the whole build is there. Just, I don't know really why, but it's just something I'd just like to do, to just be 100% that it's all there. I think I probably could have done a lot better if it wasn't for the fact that I stumbled on those pieces missing. But at the very least I can say I've built a big chunk. I just remembered why I was keeping that raised speeder built. I've started doing a new shorts, coming up with ideas for shorts, and I filmed one. I just haven't edited and put it together on as a short yet. But the concept of it is doing a swoosh test, or swooshability test, which is quite a well-known thing for Star Wars and Lego. But the swoosh test basically involves me just throwing it across a room and smashing it on the floor, and seeing, like, because apparently when you look up the term swooshability, which I'm going to try and throw up on the screen as well as part of the reel, It does include like how strong the build is, and I don't really know how you'd know that. I mean, you can usually tell by feeling it, but I don't know how you would know that, how you'd measure that, unless you give it some welly across the room. So that's basically what I've done in that in this new short sort of concept thing that I'm doing. I'll try and get that put out tomorrow. You guys can let me know what you think. And likewise with my current shorts context, obviously as part of this road to 1K thing, I have been trying to improve the amount of shorts I put out, but not just putting random stuff out, but doing stuff that's going to be part of an ongoing series. So I would like some feedback on that, if anybody cares to give me any. Do we like the type of content that I'm doing? What would you like me to do? Like, if not, what can I improve? If you do like it, that'd be nice to hear as well, obviously. But more importantly, what other things would you like to see? If it's more, is it more of the same, or is it, is it anything in particular you want me to have a go at? I will say that there's certain things I won't do, even if the suggestion comes up, especially if it's something that other people have done, or not so much other people, because I don't think there's anything new anymore. But I try to avoid things that lots of people are doing, or other people have done better than I could, because I can't defeat the object. But yeah, feedback would be appreciated. Right, let's catch up with the chat. I've built this much, so I'd say about halfway through the build. Right, got some chat to catch up with. Yeah, it would be sad to retire Paddy. I think it's just Teresa that needs changing. Teresa, theatre, yeah. Pink, Paddy forever. Faded red. No, they were white, and I just don't know whether that's a thing where it was like known that they put the wrong piece in. I can't see why I would have swapped it out. I mean, it's not that old a set, and I wouldn't have taken it apart that long ago, so I feel like I'd remember it. Yo, Cool Hand, do you have a Discord server? I do not, but you're not the first person to ask or suggest doing a Discord. So for anybody who doesn't know, a Discord is basically like an open chat forum type thing around the show or around the channel. But I don't know, it feels a little bit conceited to have something like that and be like, yay, let's have a chat, a Discord all about me. Not me, but about the channel and stuff. And I really struggled to keep up with like chats and stuff in terms of like WhatsApp groups and stuff like that. I'm already in a bunch. Like for work, I'm in like 3 different ones, or 4, I think. And then we've got a couple for different things, like within family and friends groups. And it just gets really hard to kind of manage. Sometimes you forget what you've said in what. So I'm not a big fan of that kind of thing. So I'd need other people to manage it for me. So, if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, Sivra, and, want to be a mod for my... for a Discord server for the channel, then might be worth considering. Yeah, love the pink brains and brickheads. Yeah, we were talking about it on the stream the other day. It's pretty cool. This one had 2 pieces in, but I'm starting to think that what happened is that there was like a note in the instructions or something to say these pieces have been replaced by this color or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Dropping off to go in the big room and work on attaching hinges, etc. for these glass doors. Everyone be good, stay safe, and have a restful evening. Yeah, thanks, Papa Trip. Sorry I missed you if you've already left. Good luck with those glass cabinets. Can't wait to see some photos of that. And make sure you get yourself to bed nice and early, and plenty of rest. Bye, Papa Trip. See you, Papa Trip. Googly eyes on your chin, then video from the mouth down. That's a Red Dwarf reference, right? It just wouldn't work for me because of the beard. But I know what you're talking about. I mean, I'd have to put the eyes inside the, like in the beard. But yeah, I mean, there obviously needs to be some kind of reference to Star Wars or Lego, because obviously it's my majority are primarily a Lego channel. A Lego channel, so we would need to have that. But interesting idea though. Let's see what's going on over on Instagram. So on Instagram we've got Ostif, what is the pesky part that's stubborn in the set today? Ostif, you have to join us over on YouTube, mate. The chat is popping over there, but it is the white 2x2 that was supposed to be pink. In that they were supposed to be pink, sorry, and I can only find white in that piece. I'm hoping that they are from there, because I'm not that I will need them somewhere else. And then the same by 1x3. I had 1x3 whites instead of 1x3 browns. Mine just seems like a bizarre choice. And there are the white parts in it, so it would make sense, because Lego does try to minimize when it's colors that are not being seen. Lego does try to minimize the amount of different colors they put in a set. So I don't know why those 2x2s and 1x3s weren't in like grey, blue, or black, or any of the other colors that are already in the set. So to have pink and brown here kind of didn't make sense, although there is one other brown part, but still. Anyway, so yeah, so go and check us out. I hope you're well as well, Ostif. I haven't seen you for a while. Missing you, mate. I know you're not necessarily left the community, but I haven't seen you around for a while, so I'd love to catch up with you again, mate. I have messaged you a couple of times on like WhatsApp and stuff, but I know you're a busy man, so. Okay, dude, I'm done. Night. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks for tuning in again. I do appreciate you. I did say I was going to just do an hour, so I'm going to get this build done, and then I'm going to go. And I want to do my chocolate egg, and I also got to build the parts, add the parts to the set for every subscriber. So let's see. Let's have a drum roll. Nope, still 349. Come on, guys. I want to get that 350. I want to get that 350. I need it. Okay, so here we go. Let's get back on with this build and let you guys kind of see it a little bit. So this goes in there. This part goes there. Right, so now we got these, one of them there, one of those there. Oops, away. That should be there. Should be there. And then 2 1x1s. So we're gonna put one in that space, one in that space. And then I'm gonna put that there, that there, and those curved pieces are gonna go on. So what's your next build, Sarah, if you're still out there? I know you finished the pasty. Did you, I can't remember what else it was. I know you had the head wig. I'm trying to think what else was in that little hole you got. I actually do like that head wig as well. I prefer it over some of the bigger ones even. It's pretty cool. Right, control pieces. So one there, and control panel, Yeah, so I've got the buzz now. I'm gonna do a walk and talk stream tomorrow. See, this is what I don't get when they do this, where this part exists in grey and white, but there's already grey in the set. So why do they not just give us another set of white, another set of grey? So they're both grey, or even both white. Why have they given us? They serve the exact same purpose. I'm saying that these are the deeper ones that go too deep, so maybe they don't have that in grey. But it still seems a bit bizarre when they just use mixed colours unnecessarily. So that there, that there. Where's this one going? Let's go on in. Oh, on this one. So we're going to put a black, one by one. We're going to do a 1 by 2. And those, build that twice. So those. Oh, I love it when they do techniques like this. Look at that, great. Oh, it's on both, okay. What did you guys, or anybody still watching, what do you think about the news of Lego Mario sets coming? Like, oh, obviously they're already out, but more Lego Mario sets coming. And the way they've announced it is like it's going to be something new. Because, I mean, Lego Mario sets have been out for ages, so that's not new. And obviously they've done lots of different types. They've done like the Mario Kart sets. They've done the Mario like platform like sets, which are what my daughter was collecting for a long time. They've done the larger sets, like the UCS style sets. They've done a couple of those medium kind of builds, like the plant. What do you call it? I can't remember the name of the type of plant it is, but so they've done that. They've done. Oh, whoops! I'm supposed to put that on the thing first. They've done that. They've done what else have they done? Done like some Mario Kart. They've done a couple of cars that aren't necessarily Mario Kart cars because they're slightly bigger than the others. They've done the like medium display sets. They've done large display sets, including like the big cats. They've done they did a CMF series, a collectible series, but it was just all the creatures rather than like any of the main characters as such. So they've already done quite a bit. So to be announcing like Mario is coming, you would assume that means something new is coming, and hopefully people get what they've wanted for a long time, which is a CMF series, like a proper CMF series, because effectively they've already had one. In fact, I think there was 2 series of the Mario, but people want like the actual, like the human style characters, if you like. That aren't like just like, you know, blocky looking like they were in the thing, like they were in the game, the interactive game type thing. So be interesting to see what they do with that. I mean, obviously, I know it's very wrong. It's like 100% that it's going to be CMFs. They just haven't said that as such. And the reason I'm saying that is because like the teaser for them releasing was a picture of a minifigure of Mario. So obviously they're planning to do it. It's just because they didn't actually say it. So I just wondered what everyone else's take was on it. Whether they were like excited, interested, don't care about Mario at all. What's the opinions? Let's make sure I'm not missing any pieces on here now. Brick separator. A dream is still a dream come true. Happy talking, happy talk. Pardon me, talk about things you like to do. Ooh, I'm going to have some ice cream after this. Kirsty bought me some, after hearing me complain about not being able to eat ice cream. I don't actually remember doing, but I think it might have been on a stream. Kirsty went out and got me some of the veggie friendly, or the vegan, I keep going to say Cato, and it's not Cato. What is it? Häagen-Dazs. I'm thinking of every other ice cream name that I probably couldn't normally think of. I'm not the one I'm actually trying to say. Ben & Jerry's. Jesus. Ben & Jerry's. Got me some of the... I mean, there's not many flavors. I think there might be like 2 flavors, but I can't have milk, unfortunately. I'm not lactose intolerant. I just can't have specifically milk. And most things I can kind of get away with. So I can't drink actual milk. I mean, I can, but I just won't be very well afterwards. But certain things are better than others. So some things I can get away with. I have to have soya milk actually, which I don't actually mind. It's not that bad. And it's better for you really than milk in the long run. So, but yeah, ice cream is probably one of the worst things for someone who can have milk, because the content in it is so high and raw that don't bear thinking about. Coming on nicely now. Actually enjoying this build. A whole page just dedicated to showing that the door closes. take us back. Like people keep saying about like going back to taking Lego back to when the sets were bigger and piece counts were higher and all these other complaints. But for me, it's like take me back to when instructions were more challenging and not Fisher Price, like not like babyish. Like now put this on, now put this one piece on, now put this one piece on. It's like, oh Christ, how dull do you think we are? I mean, I struggle with sets sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but I find that quite fun. I think that's always been the fun of it for me. Is that every now and then you'd be like, oh shit, how did this go together or whatever? And just make it too easy for you. Have you seen any good movies recently? Be interested to know. All right, let's check the chat. It's been a while. Might not be anybody there. Talking to myself. Won't be you. Paddy's still there. I might do the GWP. Which GWP was it? I need to finish the work project before I allow myself to do the big set. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. So I'll do the botanical set next. Piranha plant. That's it. Piranha plant. What was the GWP and what botanical set did you get? I can't remember. I know we were talking about a botanical set yesterday, but I'm not sure. That's one you already built. So Brick Rich, Adversity, Kelly Sam, and Brooks with Stephen all have popped in on Instagram. And guys, like I said, check out this comment here. Instagram viewers, please head over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Links in bio, link tree. Everybody here, I've got 1,000 followers on Instagram, which is great, but I need all of you to go across and subscribe on YouTube, and then I can stop streaming. I've actually been enjoying it though, believe it or not. All right, let's see if I can build that gun on the other side without looking at the instructions. Let's just copy the other one. Right, already built that, Right, now the droid, which we don't need. So I'm putting 1, 2 pieces of that on there. Then one of those facing out, one of those facing out. And then a 3 panel on the top. Then that to that. So what are you thinking, Sarah, about these names we've come up with tonight? Anything worth putting on the little record, or are we gonna skip over those and go back to the drawing board? I'm also interested to know if oh wait, that doesn't make sense. I was on. Oh, did it wrong. Also interested to know if I know obviously we talked about getting you to come along to Bricktastic next year, but I just wondered if it was something you'd actually considered. I obviously don't want to make you feel pressured into going, because like chatting to people on a stream or on the panel is one thing, but it can be, I guess, for some people quite overwhelming. I mean, I don't get overwhelmed in those kind of situations. I always get overwhelmed in like really unusual situations, or situations that most people wouldn't, even like reserved people, which is what particularly Kirsty finds strange, is that she's like, all the things you do that, you know, most other people would be like, oh, I could never do that. And you do them without even thinking. And then when you're in just an everyday environment, you find yourself being a bit overwhelmed when kind of shouldn't be, if that makes sense. All right, I'm missing another piece now. What the hell's going on here? Why am I constantly missing standard pieces? Should that have been red? I got a red piece in here. Where's this piece in here? Something's going on with this set. I must have gotten it mixed up with another set or something. Or I must have taken parts out of it for something. Scroll back to the beginning of these instructions. I don't ever remember putting a red piece in. This render is better, but not the best. Because normally when it comes to random colors like red and stuff, they kind of bury them at the beginning in the set. But I haven't seen any red for ages, although there is a blue piece, which I now need for the outside. Right, it buried inside. So I'm wondering whether, I don't know why, but that should have been a red piece. I should have buried that in there where it can be seen. Which means I'm having to take this freaking thing all apart. I'm really annoyed when they do that. So I'm just seeing if there's another area where I could potentially bury it coming up. And take a blue piece from somewhere else. No. That piece is going to be visible the whole time. Why the hell that's happened, I don't know. What? This is an old red piece as well. It's stinking dirty. Why have I done that? It's funny actually, because I found a red piece in a set the other day that didn't belong in there. So I'm just going to use that. I mean, I'm going to take this apart anyway shortly after, so I'm not planning to keep it built. And nobody's going to see it really, but still, it is frustrating when you got inaccuracies, because for whatever reason I've decided to. I can't swap it for that blue because you'll still see it. Is there a blue on the inside of here somewhere I can take these off? Yeah, there's a blue piece in there. You can't even see. Pardon me. This is really frustrating. I mean, I'm glad it happened on this set and not when I was building, like, you know, an actual set out of the packet or whatever, you know. There's not really any consequence to this because A, I've built it before. B, I'm probably going to take it apart, like, soon. And nobody's going to look at it anyway. I'm not like even going to put it on display, so. But I'm just really kind of curious as to why I've. want to swap these pieces out. If I did. Literally just wrecked the entire set just to swap these pieces out. I'm gonna hopefully try and put it all back together again. Trying to remember where all these pieces went now. Take them all off. Who was a tabby cat in a Japanese restaurant? Oh, okay. I think I've seen a Japanese restaurant. Oh, the tabby cat. Yeah, it was the poly bag. Yeah, that's annoying because you can buy that for like £3.50 in B&M bargains. I do like Paddy Brick, which should we add that to the list then? Paddy Brick, which, yes, I'm hoping to go. I've checked flights from Southampton to compare trains. Also considering Bristol in November. Oh yeah, definitely. That'll be worth a go. Flights though. From Southampton to Birmingham, to Manchester. Didn't think it was far away enough to warrant a. I mean, obviously you're saying you only looked, but to see if it's cheaper. But now I consider it. Now I think about it, it might be worth us looking at that for, as in me and Kirsty, for next year. Because that flight, I mean, it's got to be quicker than the 8-hour coach journey we took, and that was a nightmare of a journey just because it was just being stuck on a coach that amount of time is awful. Trying to remember how these pieces go back on now without looking at the instructions again. was that side. This one was this side. That looks right. Don't remember these names. Now I've got this to go in there. So there you go. It's barely up before it's into a decent pattern, but I'd always rather fly. Oh yeah. Kind of take off and then you land again. Probably to spend more time in the airport than you would actually flying. But yeah, definitely worth considering. But the thing is, we haven't got an airport close to us anyway, so we'd still have to go as far as Cardiff. But at least that's only like an hour. An hour, I suppose. No, it's about an hour, and you can actually get off right next to the airport. So that would be quicker for us. So yeah, that'd be worth considering. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even mind paying a little bit more, because we went by coach because the only other real option for us, at least the only other option we considered, was a train. But the trains were like, I think it was like 225 quid for the two of us to go up return. And it was like, I'm not spending that. Especially when if the coach had been 200, I might have been like, oh well, may as well pay it. But the coach was like 30 quid return for the two of us. But to be honest with you, I'd be happy to pay like 100. Because Bricktastic itself was relatively cheap. We got the hotels are a really good price. Thanks to my mum. And you know, that included breakfast, so that was like one meal taken care of. And we went out and about in Manchester for lunch, which was just like Burger King or, you know, Greg's or something like that, because didn't want to miss out too much of the show. So of course we weren't like going to have a full meal, and then back to the hotel to freshen up, and then heading over to for food over the Trafford Centre, which is loads of places to choose from to eat over there, but they weren't. And that was like a proper sit-down meal, which is probably a little bit more expensive, but still nice to sit down, you know, all of us together and just kind of catch up with the day or whatever. So you didn't mind paying that then when you'd save so much money throughout the day, and it wasn't anything really to buy. I wouldn't say there was nothing to buy, but it wasn't like Brickworld, the amount of stuff we've seen that we wanted to and would have liked to have bought if, you know, given we had the money. But all of us spent like a fortune. And of course, you got the cost of like just everyday costs there as well. So yeah, so Bricktastic in comparison to like most other things that we do was relatively cheap. So, and obviously we stayed with family for a few days beforehand, so that didn't really cost much. So I wouldn't mind, for that reason, I wouldn't mind probably spending a little bit more and just having a nicer experience in terms of the travel next year. So even if the flights are like 100 quid, I think I might be tempted to do the same. But yeah, I still don't think I would go. I think I'd still, by next year, rather suck it up again and go by coach, even though that was a nightmare of a journey. Mainly because I think I was ill on the way back, or I was starting to get ill on the way back, which obviously I ended up being sick then that week. But I think more likely to, if the trains are going to be that price again, I'll just have to suck it up. I'll probably have forgotten as well by then. It won't be as fresh in my memory of how much of a nightmare the journey was, and we'll end up just doing it again. But hopefully not as bad in terms of like, because as much as I was quite happy that we had a 2-hour break in Bristol, which ended up being a little bit more because I think there was a delay to our coach up to Manchester from Bristol. We were kind of like, at the planning stage, we were like, oh, well, that'll be good. At least we haven't got to do that whole journey all in one trip. But afterwards, we were like, kind of wish now that we were doing that journey all in one trip, you know? So it was a bit like that. Oh, I've messed something up on here. Remember, that piece was supposed to go in there. Thought that didn't look quite right. I just finishing in the Canon and realized that I've got a 1x6 1x6 plate, and I was like, there's nowhere else for this to go. But yeah, it's because I missed a piece off there. So that then goes on the top of there. Nothing else. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then that goes antennae. I'm gonna build that. Just gonna build this. Oh, it wasn't even close to getting this done in the amount of time I was expecting. So we're gonna be finished by now. Slow building. There we go. Actually quite a cool looking ship. I actually like this ship. The gun is way oversized. Not to scale at all. I don't know if you can see that. Is anyone still out there? This is what we built on my case for my laptop. So the front bit comes up, and there's a droid that can sit in there. Probably get quite a few droids. I don't know, you probably get possibly get two droids in there. And then there's a space in the top here as well for a droid to sit in the gun turret. And this kind of turns around. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So I'll be throwing that across the room to test the swashability of it tomorrow, and then film it, edit it, and post it to Instagram like 4 years later. So yeah. Okay, it's barely a carriage to Manchester. It's 36 each way. Really? Wow. So that's per person though. So 36 each way, so 72 times 2, still looking about 150 quid. £89 also. It's a matter of checking and getting the bargains. Yeah, we'll have to look a bit. Maybe, well, if I can get them at a good price, I'd rather book them and know they're booked. I know with flights sometimes you can wait and they can be cheaper closer, but I wouldn't want to wait that long and risk them going up in price. So once you've got a price, the way I see it is once you've got a price as well, you just stop looking, don't you? So it's like with Brickworld. Greg tipped me off that British Airways was having a sale to book our tickets. And ironically, he didn't tell me when he was going or what time or what flight he had, nothing, just that he'd got a deal. And I went on and booked like a couple of days later. It might have even been the same day, and told Whittaky and booked his tickets for him as well. And we ended up on the same flight as Greg. And I didn't even know I was going to be on the flight with him until I think we got to the airport. I can't remember whether he messaged me or I saw him at the airport or whatever. But yeah, so that was kind of a real weird coincidence, because the only other person I'd spoken to about flights was Whittaky and Greg, and we obviously ended up on the same flight. But anyway, yeah, so he tipped me off to a deal, and it was like £600, 600 and something, including seat reservations. Not much. I want to say like 610 return flights to Chicago. So that was pretty good, and they were good times as well. Like we weren't like traveling at ridiculous times. So I was quite chuffed with that. But yeah, you just stop looking. I mean, they might have gone cheaper afterwards, but you just stop looking, don't you? And the chances of bumping into anyone else who's coming from the same place as me was slim. So on the same day, so it's not like you got anything to compare to. Papa Rex is still there. Ah, he's got to run. Papa Rex, I didn't realize you hadn't already gone. I didn't realize you were still here, mate. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm about to close this out now. I'm going to see if we've hit 350. And then I can do a Kinder Egg. If not, tomorrow it'll be a new target. So hopefully we have. Let's have a little look. So I can get rid of those building instructions and those building instructions, and I can look at Instagram and I can refresh. Nope, still 349. Sadly, guys, we're not going to be doing a Kinder Egg tonight, and then tomorrow will be a new challenge. So if I log on tomorrow and it's 350, then I'll have to get to like 355 or 360 or something. But yeah, let's check out Instagram. No new people watching over on Instagram. I don't like Instagram for thingy. I think if you're gonna stream to Instagram, you've got to be like there and present and watching the people come in, because a lot of people join Instagram and it pops up on the screen to say they've joined, and they kind of want you to be like, hey, so how's it going? You've joined. And sometimes you can click the button and wave to them, but because I'm streaming through StreamYard, I don't have the option to do any of that. I didn't even think I could comment, but I've just realized now it's really faint, but there is actually there's actually a comment box. So I feel really bad now that I didn't at least give people a comment when they joined. So that's a little bit upsetting, but there you go. So yeah, so people joining on Instagram are going to be like, oh, this guy's just talking to people who aren't even in the chat. I'm not realizing that I'm also streaming to YouTube. He's just thinking, you know, this guy left his camera on by mistake and he's having a conversation with someone else in the room. Not acknowledging us coming into the chat, not acknowledging our comments. So yeah, it kind of feels a bit hollow streaming to Instagram. I kind of feel bad for those people because they've just kind of popped along and gone, what the fuck's going on here? Nothing's happening. So yeah, never mind. I'll try and go back to the drawing board with that one and find a way where I can kind of do both. Somehow I need somebody else on the stream with me, so that they can keep an eye on the chat on YouTube or StreamYard, and I can do the Instagram bit. But yeah, 349 subscribers. I'm still quite happy with that. So let's pull up the instructions with 7754. 7754 should have these like earmarked by now, the amount of times I've gone in and out of them. I'm pretty sure every time I pull these up as well, now ask me to download, I download them again. But I don't actually know where they save to. Kirsty's going to kill me. She'll be like, you've downloaded the same set of instructions 15 times. Oops. Onto your laptop. No wonder there's no memory left. Okay, so one with a stud helped me out yesterday because my laptop died right at the very end of the stream. And he had to, because I was using my phone then to go on StreamYard, I couldn't actually look at the instructions because it kept logging me out of StreamYard. So I had to get him to look at the instructions on his phone and then describe to me in the comments what part it was and where it needed to go on the set. So that was quite fun. But yesterday, and I'm going to make a log of this now. Yesterday we were on 342. Now it's day 8, 349, which means we get to add 7 parts. So thank you everybody for the 7 subs. Let's find the 7 parts. So it's 1, 2. What was I put on already? 3. 4. 5. Excuse me. 6 and 7. So there are our parts that we're going to be putting on. So it's 4 of these, 2 of these, and this, and we are going to build them. So let's go back up a little bit. Right, so those go in there, and that goes in there. And then these go upside down here. There we are. So those parts are now on. Let me earmark that. Put that in my favorites so I don't have to keep downloading it. Home 1. Done. And then get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, my battery's about to die, so this is what we've built. So far, we've got the engine pieces on. We've just added this plate at the front here in the middle. We've added these 2 red bricks, and then underneath you can see we've added this, 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 and this, as well as obviously this plate. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces for 7 subs. And there you go, guys. And if you're just tuning in, we've added 7 parts on for 7 extra subs since yesterday. Really grateful for every single sub. And nice to see some of these new subscribers since day 1 tuning back in to watch the streams, which is exactly why we're doing this. And appreciate you guys, whether you're new subscribers or old subscribers. You know me well, you're here all the time, or you're watching this on replay. I appreciate all of you. If you are watching on replay and you haven't subscribed, please head up to the profile and subscribe. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers, and I've pledged to stream live every single day until we hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're on day 8. Tomorrow will be day 9. So we are well on our way. We started with like 311. We've just gone to 349. So what's that? 38 subs in. I wanted to get 50 in the first week. That was kind of like a ballpark figure I was thinking of. So I just thought if it's 50 a week and we needed 700, that would be 14 weeks roughly that I would have to stream for, which is a lot of time. It's like over 3 months, nearly 4 months, but still I was prepared to do it. But yeah, didn't quite hit that, unfortunately, but I'm glad that we are on the cusp of hitting 350, so that's a nice benchmark, and the next one then will be 400. So yeah, and obviously for every sub we get, we're putting one piece together of the 7754 Home 1 Calamari Starship Cruiser Star Wars Lego set. So Generaltron is out there. How's it going, Generaltron? It's not going to be a late one tonight, unfortunately, mate. Thanks for staying with me into the wee hours last night. It was fun. But I am going to call it a night now, guys. So appreciate you all. supposed to be an hour stream and ended up being 2 hours, but I did have fun with you guys in the chat as always. Did a bit of building, added some more pieces, got to know a few more people, and got one more name suggestion for the poll chat on Sunday, so that'll be fun. So to Sarah, to General Tron, and to whoever else, whoever the third viewer is out there, good night. See you on the next one. I'll play you out with my personal outro. Where's it gone? Get rid of that one. I need my mouse. I need to bring my mouse back down. Right, there we are, guys. Thank you very much, and see you guys same time tomorrow. No, tomorrow I'm going to do a daytime one, I think. So it will just keep an eye on YouTube. Basically, you have notifications on. Hit the bell just below, and you can be notified when I go on live. I'm trying not to schedule them all, so it gets a lot. When you schedule a stream, it is a little bit of work involved, and trying to do that every single day is quite tough, especially when I don't always know when I'm going to go live. So I am trying to keep it a bit off the cuff. Obviously, scheduling is for your regular viewers to know when you're going live, and as much as I love all the regular viewers, obviously we're trying to get new viewers as well, so sometimes you got to try different times to catch different people and get new people into the community. So yeah, it's less about, you know, entertaining the audience, the regular audience. That's what the Sunday shows are for. It's more about showcasing the channel to a new set of followers, but we shall see. But yeah, appreciate you all, guys. Good night, and see you guys, like I said, on the next one. Get rid of myself.